Still to come here on Press TV, the fate of BP CEO. Stay tuned. Welcome back to the programme. Greenpeace UK activists have hijacked some 50 petrol stations belonging to BP in London. The move was done as a warning that the company needs more than a change in leadership to rise out of its ongoing disaster. Press TV's Fareena reports.
BP is the UK's biggest corporation and the fourth largest company in the world, but it's taken a severe battering to its reputation recently. This week, the company announced losses of £11 billion, with the cost of the Gulf of Mexico oil leak clocking in at £35 billion. Its British chief executive, Tony Hayward, has shouldered the bulk of the blame and is now going to be replaced by an American, a first for this British giant. America is BP's largest market in the world, and the Gulf oil spill has been disastrous for its reputation. So the company say, even though Tony Hayward has been nothing but an asset so far, the company needs a new face and a new beginning now. Bob Dudley will take over from 1st October after Hayward claimed he was vilified in the US as the British face of British Petroleum in the aftermath of the worst environmental disaster in US history. But campaign groups like Greenpeace say BP needs more than what they call a cosmetic change in leadership. The group took over dozens of BP petrol stations in London on Tuesday to make the point.
In times of crisis, there's always an opportunity to reinvent yourself, to become a different kind of company. And the question is, are they going to use this crisis to reinvent themselves as a new kind of company? Or are we all we're going to see really is the same company emerge that we had under Tony, but we just happen to have a new name on the headed paper?
The campaigners say they have stopped the fuel supply by flipping safety switches on some 50 forecourts. A significant loss in earnings is sure to ensue.
We want to see them as a clean, renewable energy company. We want to see them as a successful company. But if they keep on going backwards into dirty sources of fuel like tar sands, if they keep going to the Arctic and to deep water oil fields, all we're going to see in future is more disasters for the natural environment. We're going to see a massive increase in greenhouse gas emissions, which is causing climate change, and we're also going to see a much higher risk for investors.
Hayward leaves with a £1 million payoff and a £10 million pension pot, and is likely to become a non-executive director of the firm's Russian joint venture, TNK-BP. Fareena, Press TV, London.
Well, US lawmakers and people living around the Gulf of Mexico have slammed President Barack Obama's moratorium on deep-water drilling in the body of the water.
They insist the ban is suffocating small businesses and destroying the livelihoods of local residents. Democratic Senator Mary Landrieu says Obama's decision was made in an uninformed manner. She says the ban must be reserved as it increases risks to job security. A study by Louisiana State University has estimated that the moratorium will cost more than 8,000 jobs. Obama imposed the 6-month ban following an accident on BP's Deepwater Horizon oil rig in April. Local residents have called on Obama to admit that the moratorium is a mistake.